I'm trapped in a tiny dimension. The only way out is to break bedrock using technology and nuclear fusion. With extremely limited space, this will be no small feat. Welcome to Compact Claustrophobia. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I want to expand our automation. Now that we have refined storage going, we have so many more opportunities and possibilities with what we can do with automation. But there's one big problem. Automation costs the most expensive resource we have, space. Expanding our space is not a simple process right now. Currently, if I want to expand space, I have to put 3 different pickaxes of 3 different materials up here and wait for the clicking to occur. Come over here and craft tons of modularium. Wait for it to smelt. Take the modularium to the compactor, put it in, which is really slow by the way, and then wait as the compact machine walls slowly filter in, and then I can slowly start to make more tiny compact machines. It's not the worst system in the world, but it is kind of slow, and it is pretty grindy and very manual. I could probably automate it, but that'd be a lot of work. And what if I told you there's a better way? So it turns out we can make compact machines directly using this process called miniaturization, where you just place a whole bunch of blocks in a cube shape or so, and it'll just process them directly into a compact machine. And you can do various tiers as well like this. And when you make the walls, it just takes one little redstone and a block of iron, and you get 16 walls. No uranium needed, no modularium, just cutting out the chaff. This is very exciting, amazing technology, but there's one big caveat. It requires a 9x9 compact machine to have enough space to actually do the process. Luckily, we're almost right there. I've prepared all the prerequisite materials here that we need to go make a 9x9 compact machine, and then we can revolutionize everything. The only problem is that we have to process these into a different form. We actually have to melt them down into compact fluid and then reform them into these pieces, and then we can craft them. So let's go ahead and make 2 new machines and make our compact machine. All right, I got our machines. I got our upgrades for it. Let's go ahead and install them. I think we're going to try to mirror this pattern of how the machines are over on this side. So maybe right here, we'll just sneak a couple of machines in. And then around the edges here, we can sneak the cabling in and then hide it all with covers so it's nice and slick. So if we put these compact machines in, they should just get meltificated to compact fluid. Look at that. Does this just wait till it has enough power? That's kind of cool. So I guess we can just take a bucket of it. Can I not just bucket it? Oh, whatever. I can't figure it out. I'll just have it auto output into the next machine. All right, they don't auto input and auto output. New plan is we just have it servoed directly across. And if we ever want to use this machine for anything else, we'll just have to reconfigure. And no big deal. It'll work for now. At least it's working. Look, we're getting the machine pieces. Only 3 more to go. And here it is, ready to get crafted. Our first 9x9 compact machine, revolutionizing what is actually possible. Oh, it looks fancy and obsidian. Oh, it looks all digital. I like that. It looks good. It's so big. Oh my god. What am I going to do with this much space? I feel like we're going to use the bottom 3 layers and there's going to be half of it just unused. Is this going to be our first compact machine where we can have a 2-floor design? This is crazy. All right, this compact machine is going to become completely redundant. So I'm going to clear it out and then maybe I'll just upgrade it into a better one later or something. This feels good to clear all this out. All right, so we're supposed to put these things 7 blocks apart like this in a square. Did I do that right? Invalid block. Uh-oh. Oh, actually, I think they're supposed to be up like this. Okay, maybe that's too high. But hey, look, it's working. That's where we can shrink stuff. So these things can make all kinds of stuff. And it's basically cheating in better stuff. So it's only a 3x3 currently, so we can't do these 5x5 recipes. So we're a little bit gated still. Once we get to the next tier of compact machine, though, we'll be able to make some of the bigger ones, I presume. But we can make all the way up to small compact machine directly. Though we need ender pearls. Luckily, we have access to ender pearls now if we have a load of obsidian. Okay, we're going to have to make an automatic obsidian farm so we can start farming these. But in the meantime, watch this. Place the thing. This is the pattern. It's not a cross. I think that's okay. And then you just toss the catalyst into the field. Oh, cool animation. And there we go. 16 compact machine walls, basically for free. I gotta think long and hard about how to fully automate this. There's gotta be a way, right? So I was able to make 2 stacks of compact machine walls pretty quickly. Just took me a couple minutes, and that was without much effort at all. But we have a problem. Ender pearls cost 26 obsidian each, which essentially means they cost 26 lava each. The current lava production is actually quite slow, and the biggest problem is that the machine just doesn't have enough power to utilize any upgrades that I can put in there. There's simply not enough power available on the network to make it happen. This all means that to fully utilize our miniaturization technology, we're going to have to do a pretty significant power upgrade. I could keep spamming these batteries, but they're only about 240 RF per tick each. So even if I just filled up an entire compact machine full of batteries, which would take forever, it would still not be that great. There are better options, but the next one that's recommended scares me. It's a fission reactor, and if I know anything about fission reactors, they can explode, and that just sucks. I also have never built this fission reactor. I've done the mechanism one, but I've never done this version, so I don't really know how it works. I don't really know how to build it. I also don't really know how much space it takes. I'm just gonna follow the quest book, I guess. Pray for me. I'm gonna need it. I have everything here that the book said that I need to make a fission reactor, and we have a compact machine to put it in. Hopefully it's big enough. Hopefully it works out. We'll find out. Well, here it is. Built it all up. Think I got it right. Went ahead and built the corners out of blocks of lead. Seems thematically appropriate for a fission reactor. Hopefully we don't have to use this forever. I know there's a fusion reactor, and I don't really know how to do it. It's complicated and scary, and I have no idea what's going on with that. All I do know is that to start the boom boom reactor, we need some fuel, and this is what the quest book recommends. So we're going to start by making this and just pray for the best. Apparently for these things, you make it with a isotope separator machine. So we're just going to go ahead and make that and call it a day. Well, here we go. Getting little uranium bits out of the separator. So I guess with this, we can go make some fuel, and then we can try turning on the reactor and see if it explodes on us. Here goes nothing. Let's put the fuel in. No explosion. That's a good sign. Is it on? I don't think it's on. How do I turn it on? Apparently a lever will do the trick, so here goes nothing. It's on. It's generating energy. No explosion. You love to see it. You love to see it. So yeah, I guess I built it right. Wait, it only makes 120 RF per tick? Wait, after all this effort, after making nuclear fuel, we're only getting 120? That's half of the batteries. This sucks. Okay, we're gonna have to upgrade this thing. I don't know how to upgrade this thing, but this is not worth the effort in its current configuration. I absolutely need to figure out something.
Much later.
So I've been tinkering with fission reactor designs for the better part of several hours now. And there's actually like a program I downloaded that lets me design the reactors and test how they're going to work. And I've come up with a design that is about 10,000 RF per tick, which is pretty good. I think it'll last us a very long time. We can do some more advanced automations, get things going much faster. Downside is it takes all this stuff, including 40 lapis coolers, which is 80 blocks of lapis and a ton of graphite. And it requires its own 9x9 compact machine. So basically, I have the world's longest grind ahead of me. So, wish me luck. I'll see you on the other side. Alright, I think that's everything. Let's go construct the dang thing. So I have a very, very specific design for the internals of this. I don't know if this is the most efficient, but it works at least, and it seems to be balanced on paper. All of these different coolers have different requirements, like they have to be connected to different parts and they have different cooling amounts. So it's It's very confusing, and I have to get it exact, otherwise it's not going to work at all, and it's probably going to explode. Alright, it's all together. We can put the front face on and see if it works. I decided to go with glass for the front face. It doesn't really make any difference, it just, I thought it would look pretty. Five by 5 reactor. Looks good. Cooling says it's the right amount, so I guess I got all the coolers in the right position. So I guess let's just go get one more fuel and see how it works. We have a lever, we have fuel, and see if this works. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. I don't want to blow up in a radioactive nightmare. 9,600 per tick. Stores up to 8 million RF. Fuel lasts like 100 seconds or so. Okay, looks good. Okay, I don't want to hang out in there too long. If I do that, I'll probably die of radiation. Since we're making so much power now, we're actually going to have to increase our flux ducts for the pass-through energy, because this one only transfers up to 1,000 per tick, but we might be transferring up to like 10,000 per tick. So this one's 9,000, that's not quite enough. This one's 16,000, that will be enough. It's made out of signalum, so we're going to have to make a whole bunch of this, and it looks like the best way to make it is with a fluid infuser. So we're just going to have to make a whole new material, a whole new machine and setup. Looks like we can get this redstone by just melting redstone. So I guess I'll go craft up a whole bunch of that. We could go replace all of our ducts, and then we can move on to the next phase. So it turns out these things are actually super annoying because you have to make this like lesser version first and then fill it with this machine with the destabilized redstone. So I've been working at it for probably 20 minutes, but we're almost done and we can get to the upgrades. All right, I upgraded everything. We only have 53 left, so we're probably gonna have to make more in the near future. But other than that, everything's looking good. The next step along the way to making this setup for the fission good is we need to make automated fuel. Now, I could just make a whole bunch of fuel and load it up and then let it rip, but that's a pain and it's gonna run out eventually. I'll be sad when I can't access my storage. So I really do want to make an automated uranium pellet thing input so that I don't ever have to worry about power running out. I think the best way to get the uranium is going to be sieving gravel through this iron mesh. 5% chance for uranium, which isn't great, but we only have to produce one of the pellets every roughly 2 minutes. So it doesn't have to be super efficient. Plus we get platinum, nickel, copper, iron, and gold passively, which are all really great resources to just have around. So somehow I need to figure out how to hook up the reactor into where these batteries are, and then have it probably take a refined storage input, and then in the refined storage somewhere we'll be storing all those various materials from like another compact machine, which will have a sieving setup. It's plausible that the best course of action will be to just have like the materials processed into ingots and then stored in the refined storage, and then probably have some dedicated storage blocks for those as well. It's just a big Tetris puzzle at this point. So I'm going to give it a big think, and then I'll show you what I come up with.
Think.
I finally got the reactor all sorted and set up. I am super excited. It's really nice. It's fully automated. And let me walk you through how it all works. It's a really cool setup, I think. It all starts here in the sieving area. So this is a bit of a mess, but it works. So down here, we have an auto clicker using gravel on the sieves to automatically produce the materials. It gets the gravel from this pulverizer right in here, which gets its cobblestone right from this cobble gen. And then this vacuumulator picks up all the sieved items and then distributes them to these fabricators, which turn the pieces into ore chunks. And then all of them get sent up into this furnace that has the flux anodizer. So for each ore piece that comes in, we get 2 ingots. A little bit of efficiency. Not the biggest, but it's pretty good. So then the refined storage right here as an importer that imports all the ingots directly. We're actually getting 6 different ingots. Gold, iron, copper, platinum, uranium, and nickel, which is pretty nice. So then they all get sent to here automatically. Then the uranium is automatically exported into this isotope separator to make our materials for fuel. So that'll just happen all by itself. No need to have any player input here. And then all those pieces are sent to the reactor. So the items come in through this port on the bottom, right? And then get automatically exported into the machine here. You can see we have 44 automatically made fuel. I don't have to manually deal with this at all. And the way we do that is we use the crafting upgrade for refined storage when we export it, which means that if the system knows how to craft this item automatically, it does so to export it. So I don't have to craft this. I don't have to request crafts. I don't have to pre-make anything. This exporter just requests that it gets crafted every time there's an opening here. And then as soon as it can, it'll just do that after the materials are ready. So over here, we have a little bit of an auto crafting setup. It was expensive, but we did get it started. So down here, I have the recipes for how to make the fuel. So this is the main one, and this is how to make the little piece, the little bit of it out of the tiny clumps. So it knows how. I use this pattern grid to do it. You can see it's still set up here. So it knows how to make them. I could auto craft it using the grid. What's it called? LEU. So it could autocraft it and it'll tell me, oh, you don't have enough tiny pieces. Fair enough. It's just working on it. This machine is not upgraded to the max or anything. So yeah, so this thing knows how to craft it. So it just does it automatically upon export, leaving this nice and full of fuel all the time. Then after it depletes the fuel, it puts it back into this fuel reprocessor to get some bits back. And the power is sent directly out the wall into a tunnel, where it just goes ahead and powers everything else we have right now. That's the only upgrades I made. I didn't really change any of these other ones. But it's still a pretty good upgrade, and now that we have power, we can do some other fancy things, such as make a high-powered obsidian farm, so we can start pumping out ender pearls and start pumping out compact machines of higher sizes at higher rates, which is going to be absolutely massive for us. Right now, this obsidian, it takes so long to produce that even to make one ender pearl is like an hour's worth of AFK. But we can tune this up to the max, and we'll start getting lots and lots and lots of obsidian, which will be amazing. At long last, we have a lava and obsidian farm. It only took us all episode to get here, but we got here in the end, and that's what's important. So I got this thing augmented to the teeth. This thing, it makes it specifically do lava super fast, and then this is a general speed boost. So it makes lava pretty fast. You can see the bar filling up here. It's a couple seconds per lava. It is taking, as you can see over here, 4,000 RF per tick. So basically, I'm already using half of the power from the fission reactor. But at least we're making lots and lots of obsidian. Lava goes upstairs here into an igneous extruder, where it's becoming obsidian, and it's super fast when it happens. Boop, boop. Got our water battery here. The clay setup was here. I'm going to redo the clay setup. I just needed the space for right now. And then it's importing lava into the RS and also the obsidian. I don't think it actually gets the lava, but it is getting the obsidians. Eventually, the obsidian will back up, though. Or it should. Actually, I don't think I set that up, but that's besides the point. Speaking of the storage, I don't think I've shown you this on camera yet, but I made this compact machine here, and this is where I put all my storage blocks so that I can filter, like, 4,000 obsidian storage, 4,000 plank storage, lava storage that has 0, because reasons. And then, so the idea is that we have this lever here on a relay, and this is what connects to the outside world. Storage blocks have this issue where when you place them down, they never have a filter. So if I place a storage block connected here to the network, it could just randomly fill up with anything that's being automatically inserted into the network. So my solution to this is you turn the lever off. It's now disconnected from the refined storage. Now you can place a block and add the filter at your leisure. And then once it's all ready to go, then you turn it back on, and then nothing ends up in places where it shouldn't. And then you're good to go. So I can just slowly expand and like basically fill this whole room with these storage blocks as needed for whatever automations I have. And then over here, I'm keeping my batteries here. And the reason I'm keeping them here and not in the storage system is because if for some reason the power goes out, I want to have a backup power solution. And so it's not plugged in right now because I don't really need these right now. And I don't see the fission dying anytime soon. We have like a net positive on the fuel and stuff. But if anything does happen, probably because I derp it up somehow, I have these that I could plug into the refined storage to get us power so that we can still access our items to fix the problem. Otherwise, it's basically like starting over without without our storage system, because everything's digitized in here, right? So if we lose power, we lose all our stuff and our ability to fix anything. And then I just have to do a ton of grinding to get back to the state. So now that we have all this obsidian, we finally have enough resources to actually start making ender pearls, which means we can start making full use of this miniaturization field. I am very excited about this. This is going to save us so much time in grinding. You don't even know. So we surround a redstone block with obsidian, and then we toss this, and once it touches the barrier, I think it'll start going. There it goes. Oh, fancy schmancy. Slow also. But there it is. Oh my goodness. You don't know how to use this. Really? I can't? Ender pearl? Huh. My player doesn't know how to throw an ender pearl. Okay, sure. Well, this is huge for us. With this, we can start cranking out to larger sizes and stuff, and stop living in the Stone Age of only having 9x9 compact machines. God, what kind of a noob only has 4 9x9 compact machines? Gosh. Let's make another one for good measure. We're going to need to make lots and lots of these and figure out a way to fully automate them. But in the meantime, I'm going to be placing blocks. And that's okay, that's fine. Next episode, we explore everything that we could do with ender pearls. And it's probably going to be a big episode in terms of progression, so make sure you don't miss it. If you made it this far in the episode, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. It'd mean a lot to me. Thanks again for watching the episode. I hope you enjoyed us making the fission reactor and getting some good infrastructure down. And I hope to see you in the next episode. Take care. Ta-ta for now.